Hi there, Gemini. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa, from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love general messages as a general reading, so the roles might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Gemini, it's going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice cards for you by the end of the session, okay? Oh, what did you do? Okay, this is quite heavy. I wasn't expecting it. But anyway, this person, current energy, they have the Star card, they have the Death card, and they also have the High Priestess. You might be dealing with an Aquarius, you might be dealing with a Scorpio, or you might be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. That's as far as I can see right now. However, Gemini, I feel that this person right now is going through a lot of transformations within their life, because Major Arcana in Tarot is a big deal because it does talks about divine intervention. Whatever it is that they're going through in this present moment, it kind of like needing them to reevaluate what is their wish fulfillment, what set them apart from everybody else, what is their unique selling proportions, and them believing that they're unique. There's also a part of them that needs to be shed, and there's also something here about them needing to go back to that place of femininity, or needing to go back to their intuitions to be much more spiritually attuned, if I would say so myself, okay? Now, in the past, they have the Six of Swords and also the Five of Pentacles. I feel that you're dealing with somebody here who is, every time there's something going on in their life that does not go align with how they envision it to be, they have the tendency to pull back their energy. They have the tendency to, okay, that hurts. I'm going to go in a hermit mode. I'm going to run away from it. Okay. I feel that in the past, you guys were trying to love them very much, especially with the Three of Wands and also the Three of Cups in here. Not only do you want to, be in love with them, but also at the same time, you want to be their friends. Three of Cups just talks about friendship and a relationship. And, the best ideal type of relationship is a relationship where you could be best friend and lover at the same time. And you were trying to be that person for them. Okay. Now, in the present moment, they have the Seven of Cups and also the Ten of Swords from your side. You have the Four of Pentacles and you also have the King of Cups. I feel that there's something here about you now withdrawing all of your investment towards this person because you feel that you need to love yourself more. There's a lot of lessons here about emotional maturity and emotional respect for yourself that you're also learning to a point where it's either conscious or subconscious, where you're going to be picky with the situations and only are going to be investing into a situation that is only investing in you. You know what I mean? Now, this person right now is kind of like quite wondering, like, why the sudden change? Why isn't Gemini as friendly as they were before? Why isn't Gemini as warm as they were before? Why isn't Gemini as communicative as they were before? This notion or this move of you finally having a respect on your own heart got them a bit shocked and got them a bit surprised. They did not really take it really well. And that's what I said. I feel that right now, this person, through this hurt, through this pain, they are divinely guided to find who they are as a person, to not be a commoner, to not, okay, just because my father or my mother is like this, I'm going to be like this, or they're not going to be copying the environment that they're in, but just be uniquely on their own. And again, to be much more attuned with their emotions and with their intuition and with their subconscious as well. Now, in the future, after that purge, after that transformative period that they're having, I feel that this person is finally going to be what you're expecting them to be. This person is going to be at a place where they're much more comfortable to sit in with their feminine side, regardless of the gender, whether they're male or whether they're female. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a divine masculine and a divine feminine within them, but they're going to be much more on that spectrum of like, okay, now I'm okay. Now I'm emotionally much more mature. I'm emotionally more collected. I have this ability to be much more understanding and to empathize with another person, especially Gemini. This changes is exactly what you've been looking for from them. This is exactly what you've been wanting for from them. Yeah. Because I feel that you have the Six of Pentacles and then you have the Hierophant. So this person is finally on the same level as you are, because you don't ask for much, Gemini. You just want to have a relationship where both of you are standing on an equal ground. If there is a promises that are being made, two people are going to be delivering that. If there's an agreement that was made, two people are going to be honoring that. There's something about moral or principle value that you would really, really want them to be in, just to be on the equal side as yours. And I think you're going to get it in the future. Okay. One of the biggest challenges within this connection, you have the Three of Swords and also the Nine of Swords. One person within this connection is is still carrying their past trauma with them. It could be the past trauma from their childhood. It could be the past trauma for them from their past relationship, where they're always thinking of like, I think I'm going to get hurt. I think I'm going to get hurt. I'm sure I'm going to get hurt. You know, when we're still carrying those fears of like love and intimacy is going to hurt, we have the tendency to actually be attracting them into our life. And it's something that they find difficult to let go of. And again, I like it that they're going through a very, very transformative period right here. Okay, now, Gemini, let's get into your reading and let's start clarifying them, okay? I want to clarify that Seven of Cups. Empress, the Hermit, and also the Three of Cups. One of the reasons why they're confused, one of the reasons why they seem so lost, one of the reasons why you feel that, okay, this isn't something that I really, really want to be vulnerable to myself to, is because, again, regardless of their age, they could be 50, they could be 60 for all that matters. This person right now is finding themselves because they're so used of being assimilated to their environment. Again, I feel that they're picking up personality. They're picking up attachment style from other people. You know what I mean? Oh, my friends are like this. I'm going to go with my friends. But they haven't truly find what makes them unique as an individual. And now this person is on that journey of self actualizations, I would say, self-finding moment. Let me clarify that Four of Pentacles. The Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, and also the Four of Swords. You still want to do things with them. You still believe that both of you have the complementary element to make this relationship work. You do. You still feel that, you know what, it's such a shame, but I really, really was hoping this person to be the Queen of Pentacles. I was really hoping this person to be, you know, stable, to be, I'm not talking about financial stability, although, yeah, Queen of Pentacles does talk about financial stability as well, but it's more about, you know, that type of relationship where it's kind of like such a roller coaster one. You just want something that is just boring, stable, but it's there. You can touch it, you can hold it, you believe it's yours. You know what I mean? That's what you want from them. You want them to be reliable, you want them to be stable, you want them to be trustworthy. That's all you want from them. But again, you're not hoping for much. You have the Four of Swords. Well, but if they can't be that person, then okay, it's none of my business. I feel that in the past you were so supportive to a point where like, no, you can be this person, you know? You can be this person. I'm going to help you become that person. Let me be your friend. Let me be your lover. Let me show you how to become that person. And now you're like, I see some good in you. I see some amazing things in you. But if you don't want to be that way, then it's not my problem. I won't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. Okay, now let's clarify the Ten of Swords from their side. Okay. You know, I have a lot of Geminis in my life. You know, my mom is a Gemini, my aunt is a Gemini, I have a lot of cousins in Gemini, and I know how loving you guys are. I know that sometimes you could be very pitiful towards people. Like, oh my God, that person needs help. I'm going to help them. And don't you dare tell me that it's wrong for me to help them. Like my aunt and my mom has that same problem, to a point where I would usually tell them that, you guys, you're not a social department, for God's sake. But they're like, no, they're defending it. So I get you. I get you. So their Ten of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and also the Fool card. The journey from the Page of Wands, someone who is, I have all of the options available for me. I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to be fully committed. I just want to be playful. Everything is all about the boost of ego that I am getting. So, and stuff like that. From this, to becoming fully authentic, to rebel against everything that their environment has told them to do, or to rebel against every pattern that they've been in, is such a tedious process that involves them needing to get into this place of Nine of Swords. Okay? It's not an easy process from the Page of Wands to the Fool. It is not. Because it's the start of something new. They have to let go of old tendency. They have to let go of, let's say, for instance, old patterns, or maybe old habits, old addiction. This person has to let go of it all. And it's not an easy process. From your side, you have the King of Cups, clarified by the Devil, the Six of Pentacles, and also the Seven of Wands. As I said earlier, you know that it's wrong to give this person your attention or your energy or effort, but you're defending yourself. If, let's say, for instance, your best friends are telling you, like, why are you doing that? No. Go away from my business. I don't care. I'm going to do it. No? Okay. Let's clarify the future. Let's clarify that Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, the Six of Cups, and also the Tower. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. You find them to be selfish, but you can't help to be intrigued by this person. So I see you living in that in that cognitive dissonance, where there is something that you believe about this person, and then there's another thing that you believe about this person. Let's say, for instance, to make it simply, you believe that this person is a good person, and then yet you find that sometimes this person is not a good person, right? In the beginning, you really believe that this is, I don't know, amazing thing about them, and then after some times, there are some things that shows up that can really mix with this conclusions that you've made way back in the beginning, right? So now you're standing in the middle. Which one should I believe? Do I need to believe on what I used to believe, or do I need to believe on this thing? You're sitting in there. A part of you, subconsciously or consciously, feel that, you know what, I can't stand this person because this person is really selfish. But a part of you can't help but to feel intrigued, can't help to just be like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. If you are, let's say, for instance, like in a marriage or something, it's more about you recognize this person as being selfish and you can't stand them, but also at the same time, you're still dutifully doing all of your duty as a husband or a wife. Or if you're living together, even though you don't like how selfish they are, but you're like, okay, you know, I'm still going to take care of you. I'm still going to be doing, you know, the worldly things that I used to do, the kind of active services that I used to do for you. Okay, let's clarify the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant in the future. So the Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Temperance, the Six of Cups, and also the Tower. Ooh, this is so roller coaster-ish. Because again, there is that this person is pretty sensitive, I would say. So they could be their optimistic self. They could be like, oh my God, I love Gemini so much. I'm really optimistic. I believe, let's go with the flow. Let's see where this goes with Gemini. I believe that it's going to lead to somewhere. And then one simple matter, you open your mouth or you say something that is wrong or you, I don't know, right? Like this is a general reading. You do something and then boom. Things is like, oh my gosh, no, I was wrong. Gemini isn't the one. Gemini isn't the one for me, because if Gemini is the one for me, then they're not supposed to be behaving this way. All of that optimism seems to go away again. So they're pretty sensitive, I would say. So you're in a limbo, Gemini. I don't know, this is frustrating. Queen of Cups clarify about the Hanged Man, the Ace of Wands, and also the Moon card. So once they got way too sensitive, they start to pull back away. They start to act a bit funny because they feel that you need to be the one that fixes things. They're going to be putting you in a position where it will feel like the moon. It will feel that there's something that is hidden, or you need to look behind your back, or you kind of like starts to worry or be curious about something in order for you to extend. I'm not going to say an apology. I'm not going to say a promise, but it's more about you being the one that breaks the ice. And here you go again. Hierophant cloud about 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and also the 3 of Pentacles. You wished. So we see a bit of, I'm sorry, Gemini, but we see a bit of regression, because in the present moment, you're like, I'm respecting myself right now. I'm only going to be helping somebody who wants to be helped. I'm only going to be putting effort towards somebody who is going to be putting an equal effort towards me. That want or that desire is of you, you're going to get it, but for a brief second, until you open your mouth, or until you, I don't know, man, this is a general reading, until there is a problem, and then boom, they are with the Tower again. And then you go back to that place of like, okay, oh no, I don't know what I want. Do I want a relationship where it's equal, or do I want a relationship, or do I really need to be doing this? Do I really need to make effort again? I don't know. Let's pull some advice card for you here, Gemini. It's like, oh no, do I really want to stubbornly demand them, or respecting myself enough to a point where I'm only going to be investing, or I'm only going to be doing certain things in this relationship when this person is actually respecting me as well? Or should I betray that belief of mine and let me be the one that does all the work? That's the beautiful thing about mutable signs, though. We bend our spines a lot. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm your total opposite. But I get along really well with Geminis. We bend until our spine broke. And then once it's broken, once it's spring back up, then there's no point in return. But I feel that you're still bending here, Gemini. Okay, let me pull some advice card for you. And to be honest with you, one of my best relationships are with mutable signs, because I bend, they bend. So at least 2 people are bending. Okay, you got the 5 of Wands, you have the 10 of Cups, and then you have the King of Pentacles in upright position. This relationship, this person is quite disruptive in your life. And rather than you seeing it as being like, oh no, I can't let this go because I've spent so many times with this person, instead of doing that, how about you just sit back and watch, what is it that this relationship What is it that this connection is actually teaching me about myself? By the way, this is the After Tarot deck, so it's going to be very different than the traditional Rai Tarot. Okay? It's more about you sitting down and like, what does this disruption teach me about myself and what I can do better in my life? Then you have the Ten of Cups and you have the King of Pentacles. Okay? The Ten of Cups is such a reminder of you that you're such a good person, Gemini. You are already in a place where you're the King of Pentacles, where you're trustworthy, where you're reliable, where you're wanting to have something that is serious, and so on and so forth. However, what you need to remember, Ten of Cups is different than the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is all about self. You got one person in the picture in the Nine of Cups. Let me see if I can find out. Here it is. You see this? Nine of Cups. One person. Look at this. How many person? 4. Actually, it's 5 in this one. Okay. But it's kind of like a reminder of you, like, look, if it's a relationship between 2 people, it means that 2 people needs to work on that relationship. A relationship should not be a Nine of Cups. A relationship should not be a relationship where one person is happy and the other person feels miserable. A relationship is not a relationship where one person needs to lift themselves up so much at the expense of the other person's emotions and feelings. Ten of Cups is 2 people working together to ensure that one person is happy and the other person is happy. It's a teamwork, not an individual work, not a social department work. I would say that to my family, my Gemini family member. It's not a social department work. It's a teamwork. If it's a relationship we're talking about, it's teamwork between 2 people to ensure that everybody in it is actually happy. Okay? Keep that in mind, Gemini. All right? So I think that is it for my reading for you here. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.